Hey everyone. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how to get your chickens to start laying early in spring or winter or whenever you watch this. So we had our chickens pretty much stop laying for about 3 months. Just and we had 150 chickens and they just stopped. All of them. Not a single egg. It was nuts. I've heard of it because of the light, that they don't get enough light and they just won't lay. But we didn't really think that was the thing. So what we're doing here is I already have a DC solar setup up here at my barn since I don't have AC power. So what I'm doing right now is just routing a new wire over to my chicken coop where I'm going to install a light. So back to the chickens not laying. Yeah, it was nuts. We were getting like 60, 70 eggs a day, and then all of a sudden just they kind of started dwindling down and down and down and down until there was just none left. Right here I'm just showing you guys an inverter that I bought. It works pretty well for the job you'll see here. This is my first try at doing this, and this is for a car, so I just cut off the car charger port, and I'm just going to strip the wires here and mount it up to the wall here. Forgive that noise too. We got some guineas, and they're pretty loud. It's actually nice to have because they keep predators away because they're so loud, and they also alert the hens when something's coming. Even when I'm up there, they go pretty crazy sometimes. So here I'm just testing the light bulbs, make sure everything works before I fully install it, and works pretty well. This is just some simple stuff I got for pretty cheap too. I think total it was about 20, 30 bucks for everything you see right here. Now, like I said, I already had the solar system in place, so you know that's an additional cost if you're trying to do this from scratch. So my theory here is I wanted to zip tie it to the metal instead of putting it directly on wood, just in case it did heat up. I don't expect it to, but you never know. Right here's a piece of wood that I just picked up. This is a barn, so there's tons of wood laying around. I'm not trying to make this anything fancy. I kind of just popped it out and set it up like so, and I think it turned out pretty good. Now eventually we will get AC power up here, and then we'll have everything set up on like real timers, and have overhead lighting versus an outdoor floodlight. So I got this timer. It's a DC timer. It's an AC or DC timer, but it's a programmable timer for things like this, lights, automatic doors. You can use it for almost anything. I got it on Amazon for I think $12, and here is how you hook it up. It's pretty simple. They have instructions. I'm not going to go into it on exactly how you hook it up. But what you see I'm doing here is I'm just heat shrinking everything, make it look a little bit more presentable, and to kind of protect these wires from rain, or from any dust kind of getting up in there. But the timer is perfect because I set it up to go off right at dusk, and it'll power those lights for about 4 hours. Right here, I'm testing it out. This is actually at, like I said, right at dusk, and I have it set up for, I think around here dusk is about 7:30 right now. And there it is. It just comes on and makes the chickens more active. They see light, they don't go to sleep. And chickens need about 14 hours of daylight, technically, to really get in high production. And we're only getting about 10 hours right now. So I added an additional 4 hours, and this goes off around 11 o'clock at night. Here, this is about 10 days later. So the first day, like literally the very next day, we had 2 eggs. It was it was pretty cool. So I don't know if it was a coincidence or if it just happened to be that it's working. Right now, this is just me and my kids. We're going around collecting our eggs. Now our chickens like to lay wherever they feel like laying, and this is our goat stall, and they just lay there. And here's our feed stall, so they're able to get over and under. And we don't really stop them from getting in here. We kind of just let them run around. They can't really get into any feed here. It's just empty bags and feed bins. And over here you can see a nice stash of eggs where they like to lay. And they would lay on the boards here. So we just put a bunch of hay in here. This is the next stall over. And there's a few more right here. And then we get over here to our actual nest boxes, and they lay a little bit over here, not too much. Usually we get like 10 eggs or so out of here. But yeah, so our first couple days they started trickling up in eggs, and this is about 7 to 10 days later, and we have about 60 laying hens, and we got 36 eggs. So I'm pretty happy about that. 10 days and this is already working. Right here is my chicken tractors. We have a couple breeding groups that we're doing, and we're kind of just rolling them through. So we got 5 eggs here out of 6 laying hens, and on this one we have 5 eggs as well out of 6 laying hens. Now that blue one's not supposed to be in there. It's a mix, and we don't know which one's laying, so kind of just we just won't hatch that one out. But there you have it. There's 36 eggs after 10 days. Pretty happy about it. Thanks for watching.